Hey everybody, it's The Shape, and you're definitely going to want to watch this video in its entirety. It's a long video, but every time I go back and look at the 2019 Delphi press conference, things stand out to me. And when I went back and watched it last time, I can't believe I found something that I looked over repeatedly. Check this out.
We're seeking the public's help to identify the driver of a vehicle that was parked at the old CPS DCS welfare building in the city of Delphi that was abandoned on the east side of County Road 300 North next to the Hoosier Heartland Highway between the hours of noon to 5 on February 14th, 2017.
I'm sorry, say what, Doug Carter?
We're seeking the public's help to identify the driver of a vehicle that was parked at the old CPS DCS welfare building in the city of Delphi that was abandoned on the east side of County Road 300 North next to the Hoosier Heartland Highway between the hours of noon to 5 on February 14th, 2017.
Did you catch that? Murders happened on February the 13th, but Doug Carter said February the 14th. Keep in mind he's reading from a script that's very carefully written as to not give away any information that they don't want to get rid of. This press conference is for the killer. So did the killer revisit the crime scene the next day? Or did somebody come and pick him up?
If you were parked there or know who was parked there, please contact the officers at the command post at the Delphi City building. We are releasing additional portions of the audio recording from that day. Please keep in mind the person talking is one person and is the person on the bridge with the girls.
I don't understand why he feels the need to say it's one person talking. I mean, you can tell that one sentence is the same person.
This is not two different people speaking. Please listen to it very, very carefully. The video shows a suspect walking on the bridge. When you see the video, watch the person's mannerisms as they walk. Watch the mannerisms as he walks. Do you recognize the mannerisms as being someone that you might know?
Due to the quality of the video, I understand why they say focus on the body, but still it boggles my mind why you at least wouldn't say, and look at the face as well. I feel like they know he's wearing a disguise or something.
During the course of this investigation, we have concluded the first sketch released will become secondary as of today. The result of the new information and intelligence over time leads us to believe the sketch, which you will see shortly, is the person responsible for the murders of these two little girls.
Or a combination of both sketches, which Doug states in a newer video. But it really makes you think, a combination of the two, kind of like father and son.
We believe this person is currently between the age range of 18 and 40, but might appear younger than his true age.
I think Bridge Guy wore clothes that he normally would not wear. I think they were throwaway clothes. He probably even dressed older than he normally would. Probably ain't the kind of clothes he normally would wear.
Directly to the killer, who may be in this room. We believe you are hiding in plain sight. For more than 2 years, you never thought we would shift gears to a different investigative strategy, but we have.
I begin to wonder if early in the investigation they had it right. That's why they went back to the old sketch. Yet somewhere along the line, somebody provided like false evidence to re-steer the investigation. And somehow maybe they caught on to it, because they say that since the investigation started, this guy knew what direction they were going.
We likely have interviewed you or someone close to you. We know that this is about power to you. and you want to know what we know. And one day, you will.
I have no doubt that Bridge Guy wants to know what everybody else knows. I believe he even watches YouTube videos. I think he watches a lot of the popular creators when they talk about Delphi. Feel it in my old bones, people. I just have it, that feeling in my gut. He may have commented under some profile and we would not know it.
A question to you. What will those closest to you think of when they find out that you brutally murdered 2 little girls? 2 children. Only a coward would do such a thing.
Now they say it's about control to him, and one way to make somebody really upset is to call him a coward, like Doug just did, and I think Doug knows that.
We are confident that you have told someone what you have done. Or at the very least, they know, because of how different you are since the murders.
This is where I disagree with Doug Carter. I don't think Bridge Guy has any conscience, any care, and I don't think he loses any sleep at night over what he did.
To the murderer, I believe you have just a little bit of a conscience left.
I don't think the guy has a conscience as far as he don't care about those 2 girls. He don't care about what he did, but I think Doug Carter's done this just in case the guy does have some kind of conscience, which I don't think so.
And I can assure you that how you left them in that woods is not what they're experiencing today.
Now Doug here says what they experienced in those woods. He didn't say what they experienced on that trail. He said what they experienced in those woods, which leads me to believe he's talking about the actual crime scene, because it's in the woods. All of it's in the woods, but it's in the woods. Which, if you have to experience something, you have to be alive to experience it. And he says it's about, power and control. So they experience some form of control and power, obviously. But I thought that was interesting how he put that. People think they're talking about the lead up, but he said no, what they experienced in those woods. Like I said, you have to be alive to experience anything.
I just want the family to know that when I take my last breath on this earth, I'll be thinking of them.
Now, before anybody thinks that for one second that I'm being disrespectful, it's not, but I have spent many nights looking at this case, and I want to show you a point of view of what goes through my brain when I think about it. I just wish I could go back in time and change stuff, because I can't stand this guy, and I want him caught. But anyway, I want to give you a little sneak peek at some of the stuff that goes through my brain.
Their phones, any sign of the girls and
I'm sorry, what did you say?
their phones, any sign of the girls and
Hey everybody, it's The Shape, and we are on a roll. Look how consistent we are. Now, first off, I want to thank all my producers, man. You guys help more than you know. For everybody that Patreons, it really helps me put out more content than I normally would be able to put time in it when normally I wouldn't be able to. So thank you guys. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody. I mean, all you guys that are sitting here looking at me, listening to my voice right now, thank you. Now, let's get into a bit of a darker tone than what my channel is normally for, like debunking paranormal and analyzing that stuff. Let's analyze the Delphi Double homicides, because I'm not going to make a video unless the videos I can add something to it, or I see something new, because I don't want to recycle the same repetitive type content, because that's not entertaining, it's not interesting. Fair enough. Anyways, I want to start off with the video itself of Bridge Guy, the one that we've seen 10 million times. But as I was watching this channel called The Clutch, he brought up something very interesting. Oh, hey, Clutch. How are you, bud? Yeah, he brought up something very interesting. He was talking about how the video, if you put it frame by frame, it seems like the guy's face changes. Now, and I've noticed that a lot myself, even before I watched Clutch's video. I've noticed weird things. For instance, let's take one of these frames, and I want to show you what I mean. I'm going to take one of these frames, and I'm going to compare it to one of the sketches. Now, this frame here looks like older guy, the first composite that they put out. Now, let's take a look at this frame of Babyface, is what they call him, and it looks to me more like this frame. Now, that's just something I noticed. Now, I'd seen this recently new channel, well, it's new to me, called The Captain. And I'm going to link all these in the description. The Captain brings up, he's a small channel, but man, he really gets you thinking. And I like his content. I think he's got a really good take. And him and Clutch both, for that matter. I mean, the 3 channels that I watch personally, 3 or 4, is, well, for one, Anthony Greeno. He's the one that really pulled me into this case because of his reenactment video he done was so well done. In my opinion, it's the definitive Delphi video. Period. And Anthony Greeno, True Crime Investigates, I'll link him too. Now, the Captain, he's called The Captain, and he puts very interesting takes. And he's intelligent to me, it seems. And the stuff he says makes sense. And I'm going to link him as well. And I mentioned Clutch in the past. The guy, he never says what he says is fact. None of them do. They let you know it's my opinion, but the stuff they say makes sense.
CSX.
Now also, this is no joke. I've watched every video there is to watch on Delphi. I've watched every single video there is, pretty much. I even went back and watched these older ones, like the news, before, the night they went missing. And I want to jump in on that right now because I was watching, I can't remember which news station it was. It must be local to Delphi. But there's this guy that's in the bottom, it says friend of Abby Williams. His name's Eric Williams. But I want you to pay attention to what he says right here.
For phones, any sign of the girls and...
See, I thought that was pretty interesting because keep in mind, this is the night before they found the girls. So why would they be a victim?
Any sign of the girls and...
He doesn't say victim, he says vic, and then he cuts himself off and he says girls. But even if it was a slip up, he was going to say victims. Why would you assume the worst? They're missing at this point. Now, no, I'm not saying this guy's bridge guy or anything like that. But it made me double take, and it's like...
Say what?
But, I mean, you gotta admit, that's interesting. Like I said, he could have just... I mean, they are victims of being missing, but it seemed like a weird choice of words. No, I'm not accusing the guy of anything, but I thought it was weird. But the more you search on YouTube through all these videos, before February of 2017 and after, I've had people link me different videos like, I think this guy's bridge guy, I think bridge guy's in this video. So I'm going to show you this video, and I want you to just comment below what you think. When I looked at it, I can definitely see
why you would think it's Bridge Guy, but on the same token, no, it's not, because I don't think Bridge Guy's that old. Now, keep in mind, that's on the trail, but that was in 2016, before this happened. This guy's bigger. Now, the guy behind him had me scratching my head a little bit like, But that's the thing about it. When you start looking at all these, you're looking for a guy, blue coat, jeans. That's where we're going to get to the video. Obviously, the video is zoomed in. There's something in the foreground that the investigators don't want us to see. I think it's probably Abby, like a part of her hair and her shoulder. And yeah, even in their video, you can see a black bar that keeps coming in, that they're blocking something from being seen. But what I want to say is, now I know I've spoken of Doug Carter's 2019 press conference, and Clutch, as a matter of fact, he's the one that got me thinking. Okay, they want you to look at the guy, but they want you to look at him from the shoulders down. They want you to look at his mannerisms, the way he walks, his gait. For some reason, they're not too worried about the face part. Maybe it's just so bad quality. There's like, well, there's no point in nobody looking at the face. But they even say it, a family member, you would recognize them from the neck down. Why are you glossing over, don't bother with the head? Yeah, and another thing the captain was talking about, he was talking about the people that started on the case, like Anthony Greeno back when the case first happened. The people that were on it the first 2 years, they see an old guy, while the people that come after the 2019 press conference that has the baby face sketch believe him to be more of a younger guy, and I think that does make sense. I came into 2019 after, but sometimes I see an old guy, sometimes I see a young guy, sometimes I see a medium-aged guy. And when you're looking at these videos, man, these older videos, anybody with a blue coat, you're like, oh, that dude's wearing a blue coat. I don't think, like I said, I don't think Bridge Guy dresses like that at all. I think he was. Now, I want to talk about Bridge Guy's clothes for the 10,000th time, but this part I want you to think about. His jeans. Now, first off, I just want to say this real quick. I had heard a woman on a channel, I'm not mentioning her name, but she said the reason his head looks like it's got artifacts and stuff is because he had a monkey with him that was crawling around his head. Yeah, she said that. But anyway, his jeans are bulged at the bottom, and the reason, I think they're 2 inches too big, too long. Now, the reason I think that is because when I was younger, see, I can wear a 34 or a 32 length. When I wear a 32, it fits perfect. When I wear a 34, they bunch up on the bottom like his does. I think, in my opinion, I think this guy has a 34 waist, and he's supposed to wear a 32 length, or a 30 length, but they're 32. I think the pants don't fit for a reason, because I think he normally don't dress like that. I think he's the younger guy. And he, for all we know, he runs around with Adidas or Nikes, with track pants on or shorts. And I just don't think he dressed like this every day. I mean, his hands could be in his pockets for a couple of reasons. Because he's got stuff in his pockets. Also, to help hold his pants up. Now, I'm not saying that's a fact. I'm just saying I've been there too as a kid. Wearing pants that are a little too big, not where they fall off. But when you're taking long strides like he is on the bridge, having your hands in your pockets, that helps hold them up. Not that, like I said, not that they were falling off of him, but, a little loose. I think he dresses nothing like that, what he does in that video. I think he's got clothes on under that he normally wears. But I think that right there is somebody else's. He's wearing those throwaway clothes over his regular clothes, and that's it. That's just the way I feel about it. I think in real life, or especially now, if he didn't then, he wears totally different clothes. That's not his style at all. Anyway, I'm glad to get another video out. I love you guys. I appreciate what you do. And thank you for all you do. I really mean it. You guys are loyal. You're awesome. And one more thing. I never asked you guys to go spam a channel. But Gene's movie reviews. He's had a lot going on. Tragically, his mother and his sister were in a bad car wreck. And his mom passed away. Not right when the accident happened, but over a few minutes. And the news that covered it were putting out wrong information, saying she got out of the car and all this other stuff. I can't imagine what Gene's going through. Sorry, if you can tell, I'm kind of, my voice is going up and down because my stomach's. Gene's a good friend of mine, and if you guys could go over there and just give him a positive message, I'd sure appreciate it. I can't imagine what he's going through, but in this community, I think we're all here to support one another. I've got all your guys' backs, just like you guys got my back. So go give him some love. Peace out, and I'll see you in the next video.